The Jester's Curse. Trigger warning. This story contains elements of psychological horror and disturbing imagery. Reader discretion is advised. I had always been fascinated by clowns. As a child, I would giggle at their antics on television and marvel at their brightly painted faces and silly antics. But that was before I understood the darker side of their existence, before I learned about the Jester's Curse. It was a chilly October evening when my friends and I stumbled upon an old, dilapidated theatre during our usual ghost hunting adventures. Its windows were cracked, and the sign overhead read, "The Last Laugh." Legend had it that a troupe of clowns had performed here years ago, but their final show had gone horribly wrong, resulting in a tragedy that claimed the lives of everyone involved. "Come on, let's check it out!" Tyler shouted, pushing the creaking door open. The hinges complained, but together we stepped inside, flashlights in hand, hearts racing. The atmosphere was thick with dust, and the air carried an unsettling heaviness that sent a chill down my spine. As we wandered through the ruined lobby, faded posters of the clowns lined the walls, their painted smiles now cracked and sinister. I felt an inexplicable pull toward one in particular, a clown with sharp, exaggerated features and eyes that seemed almost alive. His name was Jester, and as I studied his poster, I could swear he was looking right at me. "Dan, check this out!" Tyler's voice broke my trance as he pointed toward the stage. A set of rusted props lay scattered, including glittering broken juggling clubs and a dusty unicycle. The stage itself was shrouded in shadows, but I could make out a tattered curtain swaying ever so slightly. Half giddy with exhilaration and half gripped by fear, we approached the stage. "Are you sure we should be here?" Tiffany asked, her voice trembling. "Don't be a chicken," Tyler replied, but there was a tremor in his voice that betrayed his bravado. As we stepped onto the stage, a sudden draft swept through, causing the curtains to billow out like the breath of a hidden beast. It was then that we noticed an odd, faintly glowing symbol painted on the floor, an intricate design that seemed to shift and squirm in the dim light. "Guys, maybe we should..." I began, but the moment I spoke, I felt a cold rush of air envelope me, as if something had entered the room. Suddenly, a distant sound echoed through the theatre. Laughter. It was gleeful, yet echoingly hollow. We froze, exchanging terrified glances. That laughter grew louder, followed by applause that seemed to come from nowhere and everywhere all at once. "Let's get out of here!" Tiffany cried, but as we turned to leave, the exit door slammed shut with a deafening bang. Panic coursed through me, and I rushed toward it, battering my fists against the solid wood. That's when I heard it. A voice, mischievous yet menacing, echoed from the shadows. "Welcome to my show." It was high-pitched, interlaced with a wild, almost delirious joy. From the darkness, the figure of a clown materialized, and it was Jester himself, his painted face somehow contorted into both a joyous grin and an expression of frozen wrath. "I hope you're ready to play," he cackled, his voice a jarring melody that reverberated through my bones. I stumbled back, my breath hitching as a flash of something cold and grey slashed past my vision. It was another clown, a twisted figure with sharp teeth, its eyes wide with insanity. The room spun as I realized they were all around us, emerging from the shadows and the corners of my mind. "Fear feeds us. Let's see how much you can give." Jester shrieked, his laughter joining the cacophony from his companions. A heavy weight pressed against my chest, and I felt a scream clawing its way up my throat. Tyler grabbed my arm, but out of the chaos, I saw a doorway forming, dark and inviting, its edges illuminated by a silvery light. "Run!" I screamed, pulling Tyler toward it, but just as we reached the doorway, I felt a hand grab my shoulder. The grip was icy, paralyzing. I turned to see Jester's gleeful face inches from mine. "You're not leaving yet, my friend," he declared, and a rush of memories flooded through my mind. I saw flashes of past shows, of performers trapped in their roles, their laughter forever echoing in that cursed place. I shook off the grip, adrenaline surging through me. With a primal roar, I lunged forward, pushing past the clowns, their laughter punctuating my frantic escape. As I dove through the glowing doorway, I felt the world shift around me, like I was being pulled through a tunnel of light and darkness. I landed harshly on the ground outside, gasping for breath, and filled with terror. A glance back revealed the theater intact, its shadowy figures silhouetted in the light of the moon. But Jester stood against the doorway, laughing, his echoing chuckles chasing me down the street. I never returned to that theater, nor did Tyler or Tiffany, but every now and then I catch glimpses of Jester in my dreams, his laughter haunting me, reminding me that I had been chosen to be part of his last cursed show. I realize now that some clowns never leave the stage. They simply wait for their next audience to arrive. If you enjoyed this chilling tale, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more spine-tingling stories. Have a horror story of your own. Submit it, and you may just see it brought to life on the channel.